Hi, everyone. Thanks, Shauna, for joining in. This is our first Zoom fun get together that we're going to have. Today's the 11th of April. And sorry, Shauna, am I hollering? I always holler when I get nervous.
You're good. I'm gonna mute myself so that you can talk, and then I'll chime in when we're ready.
Okay, sounds good. So for those of you that don't know me that well, my name's Loralie, and I'm really happy that you all are part of my Norwex group. And Sean and I thought this would be a great idea to kind of make some introductions, get to know each other a little bit better, so that if we ask a question on our messenger group, you kind of, knew a little bit about the person that was answering your question, and how long they've been with Norwex and things like that. So we'll start off today with just Shauna and I. So I signed up, or Mike and I signed up for Norwex. I guess it was 2 years ago, just pre-COVID. So just about 2 years, the end of March, I think it was. Mike's mom is an RN, retired RN in Kindersley. And she was introduced to Norwex by a gal from Etonia, who is also an RN. And then, of course, you all know Denise Oliver, who is an RN in Sylvan Lake. So that's kind of our upline is Denise Oliver, and then Delia Massey, Trudy Buse, and then myself. And so that's kind of what everything looks like. So we've got a lot of RNs, in our upline. And we've got a couple in the medical field in our group as well. I think we've got a couple special care aides. We've got an RN, and I believe we've got a couple more that work in healthcare as well too. And I think that it really rings well with healthcare. Well, Shauna, you've got a healthcare background. I've got a healthcare background.
Yep.
I think we all realize that we want to try and reduce the amount of chemicals that we're using, and Norwex is just kind of the right fit for us. So long story short, when Trudy introduced us, Mike and I were all over it like a monkey on a cupcake. And we were two of those people that kind of delayed and took our time and got our starter kit for free after 90 days. If I were to do it again, I would get the gold package and, go big or go home kind of thing. But that's the way we did it. And I think for me, going through COVID, it really gave me the opportunity to get to know people a little bit better, kind of expand, who my friends were and who I was contacting. And I think with COVID, I was a little bit lonely because I'm a bit of a social butterfly, and it kind of gave me the opportunity to talk to people about something that I was really passionate about. So that was kind of, one of the main reasons why I joined Norwex and why I'm so happy with where I am. We are sitting right now at executive sales leaders. And that's just through all of you, really, everybody that's joined on and anybody that's added people to their team. It just kind of, we all bump up as we go along. So at sales leader, at team coordinator, you start off as Shauna, what are you? Sales consultant. Start off as a sales consultant. When you have 3 people signed up under you, you become a team coordinator. And at that point, you start earning 3% off of all of your people's sales. And by the time you get to be executive sales leader, then that bumps up to 6. And there's other little perks that goes along with that. And I can kind of point you in the direction of all that information anyway. So long story short, that's where we're sitting at. And I'm really excited. We have a summit. It's an ESL summit in Banff at the end of May that we'll be going to with Trudy. So we're looking forward to that and kind of getting some new ideas. And the one reason why I really like Norwex, it seems like every month there's something new, there's something exciting, there's a new product, there's a new sale, there's a new promotion, and there's more education than you could ever watch. Like every day on the Consultant Connection, there's a different gal on there that's doing a training Tuesday, working Wednesday. I think there's a Thursday. There's all kind of things that you can learn just by going on the calendar on the resource and kind of picking what fits in your schedule. And no different than this, you can always choose to watch it at a later time. So it's pretty good, and it's all free training. And so I think it's fantastic. I'm really happy that I've joined Norwex. Over to you, Shauna.
I ended up signing on for Norwex. What is it now? Just almost 2 years?
Yeah, yeah.
Almost 2 years. And heard of Norwex, knew about Norwex, but never really paid much attention to it. I knew it had something to do with cloths, and that was about it. And how long has that been now since we've been out at your house? 2 years ago?
Yeah.
Or is it even longer? A little longer.
Oh, yeah, it would be longer. Yeah.
Yeah. And Loralie had some of the Norwex laying around, and we stayed in one of their suites, and we've seen how it was working on her glass showers, because she's got a beautiful glass shower downstairs. And I grabbed that window cloth and shone that up before we left, and holy cow. And I said to Dalton as we were traveling back to Alberta, I said, you know, that Norwex stuff, that just kind of looks really awesome. It would save money on the paper towel, and it would everything, right? So we were just kind of discussing that and just casual. And then we made it home, and we have puppies. And what kind of was the clincher is it was that muddy season, and they kept coming and jumping on my windows. And I said, see, to Dalton, I said, if I only had that Norwex cloth, I would do that. So I ordered a couple things through Loralie, became very interested in it, seeing the product work so good. And then like Loralie did say, with having a healthcare background in me, working in a nursing home for the number of years I did, we always are trained in our heads that if it doesn't smell from bleach, or if it doesn't burn our hands or burn our lungs, then nothing's clean. So as I started really studying what Norwex was, and I knew about silver, I got it quite intrigued. And knowing that Trudy believed in it and knew it, because I worked with her, she was a fellow co-worker. So I was like, okay, well, I know Trudy, she's downright honest and tells it the way it is and straight shooter. So I thought, well, I'm going to give it a try. And I broke down to Loralie and I said, well, I think sign me up. So her and Mike, because they did go through the experience of not signing up for the gold package, she really, really stressed and encouraged me to do the gold package. So that's what I did. And I managed to get the sales that I needed and got my kit for free. So yeah.
And the great thing about, hey, there's Denise, how are you? And the nice thing about that gold package, it just gets you like over 50% of your $1,000 right away. You know,
one other thing I do have to say about Norwex is I find out of any of the other companies that there is, Norwex is one of the ones that do treat their consultants awesome. They have great like the 35% discount and everything, like they're amazing.
Well, and I think, you know, if you go to them with an idea too, they're, you know, they're very willing to listen to it. And I really like that. And like I say, I love the training that's available, and I love the fresh faces. A little story about Shauna. So I guess she wanted the cloth so that her dogs wouldn't scratch on her patio doors, but then she ended up getting her windows so clean that then she had birds running into her windows all the time. So Shauna's got a fantastic video of how clean her windows were. That was a robin, wasn't it?
It was a robin. And you know what? I went out here the other day and the chickadees are coming back full force. And I just did a light going over because I knew the street sweeper was going to be coming by. So I thought, well, I'm not going to do a thorough clean, wipe all the plastic or anything like that. Just try to get the winter dust off. And I did that, and one of the little chickadees knocked himself out. Oh. I'm like, Dalton, here it starts again. So.
We're going to start a little aviary there to
oh God. But anyway, so yeah, that's my little Norwex story.
Nice. Hi, Denise. Thanks for joining in.
Hello, sorry I'm late.
No problem, no problem. So Sean, we're just kind of starting with a little bit of a history about ourselves, and why you joined Norwex and kind of what you like best about it.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I joined Norwex because I like the products, and because definitely, I mean, the discount, why would you not join if you're wanting to buy? Yeah, I don't know what else you wanted.
Actually, you know, to me,
mind blank.
When I looked at different businesses, because I was looking for something, you know, to kind of get some extra income in, and when I looked at it, it just made sense that it's, you know, you sold things that everybody needs in their house. You know, you want to replace paper towels, laundry detergent, shampoo, toothpaste, all those things that you're going to buy anyways. It's not like you're trying to sell somebody that they don't really need. So
Right, right.
that was, you know, and the customer service and the warranty and, you know, the
And
discount.
it really is where the world is leading to, is right, like thinking more green and really being conscious about what we're using and what we're putting in our landfills and stuff like that, and what we're flushing down the toilets. And like, you sit back and you think, every time that we're flushing down Clorox bleach or everything, that's all going into our water systems, right? So
Right.
these enzyme products are way better. And like I said, I was always thought that if I wasn't cleaning with bleach and burning my hands or didn't smell that, then it wasn't clean or could get clean and kill germs. So it's been a huge, you know, educational eye opener, just like how we were discussing with the dish soap. There's so many people that associate that the bubbles, the suds is what makes things clean. And that's just trained and embedded in us. And that doesn't mean that it's not clean. So.
Well, and it's funny because Shauna was talking about our shower downstairs. We've got short-term rental suites. And when I go down to clean those suites, I have my mop system and my EnviroCloth and my window cloth. And I'm walking down the stairs and I'm thinking, I don't have a bucket. I don't have, you know, the multi-purpose cleaner, you know, and it still goes through my head thinking, boy, you know, it's not just clean for me, it's clean for somebody else, but you've got to have enough faith, you know, in the product to know that you can do it with just those cloths. It's super cool. I have to tell you guys a story today. I've been doing a fair bit of advertising on Facebook Marketplace. And I did talk to somebody the other day that was making wooden games. And he said, as long as you can keep the name Norwex out of Facebook Marketplace, he said, you should be able to advertise on there. But I've had a lot of success with just local, you know, the buy and sell groups. Had a lady last night who had reached out to me through the $40 mop deal, which that was February. She found that on Facebook and she sent me a message and she said, I'd like a mop. And I said, okay, I've got a small, a large and an extra large. I'll bring them into you and I'll show you, you know, you can pick which one you want. And she was a Norwex lady from Manitoba that was just moving here. So I took in my little bag with my 3 mops and I took some EnviroWands and some rubber brushes. And she ended up buying 2. She brought my extra large and my large mop system, my EnviroWand and my rubber brush.
Good.
And I was
right
like,
on.
hey,
Nice.
that was kind of the first time that I had done like kind of an in-home thing. You know, everything's always been on Facebook, but that just kind of spoke to me that, you know, when we can start doing in-home parties, I mean, even if it's for 2 or 3 people, I think, you know, seeing it is going to
That's amazing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what kind of posts are you putting, Loralie? Like, what's your wordage?
I'm just using the sale. I'm just using the ones that come in from Norwex. Because they're approved, so they're easy, and I think they're very well done.
Okay.
And like I say, I'm getting responses from ones that I've had on there months ago. So I don't know if people are searching Norwex and they find me, but
So do you just post the picture of the sales? That's it? You don't put no wordage or anything, or like look at the sales or nothing? So nothing that says Norwex in it?
No. Easy,
Okay.
easy. And you know what, that $40 mop, I wish Norwex would do that more often, because I think I probably got 10 people signed up on that $40 mop. Like it was really a successful promotion, I think, for them as well. So
good for you.
Just a question to Denise and to Loralie. This is a lot of the trouble, right? Is that breaking out of your friends and family bubble? How are you ladies doing that? Like, what are you doing to, I have a friend that sells Pampered Chef, and I just messaged her actually tonight. And the only way that we met was she just randomly messaged me. This is about 3 years ago now. And we became quite good friends. I enjoy her and everything. Never met in person yet. She lives about an hour and a half away. But she said she just found my name on Facebook, gave me a little blurb of that. Hey, I'm looking for people to be hostesses for my party. If you enjoy Pampered Chef, know about it, don't know about it, let me know. And that's how I commented back. So I'm sitting here thinking maybe that's what a person has to do, is just troll the Facebooks and just start checking people off.
Yeah.
And I'm not brave enough to do that, so I'm not exactly sure. And I haven't really gotten out of that bubble. I've been trying, you know, and I did put on my VIP page at the beginning of April that I would give points to friends who invited friends who,
Right, yeah,
who joined, or and more points to friends of theirs who would either host a party or become a consultant.
right.
I haven't had any response on that, but I'm hoping.
Yeah, no, and it does, it gets frustrating because but that's where I'm finding everything frustrating, not the product, not anything, because the product,
Right.
once you get in, sells itself. It's just
Yes.
to get everybody to see the product.
Yeah,
Yes, no, I agree.
it's that sprinkling seeds, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
You talk to somebody about it and they look like they're only half listening to you, but 6 months later they get a hold of you and, you know, want to buy something. Now, Shauna, you're starting ball season. What about taking some sports on to the ball field with you?
Well, and that's one thing that I was thinking about doing too, because one of my regular customers that orders all the time, they just came back from Mexico, but before they left, she went and bought the sunscreen plus the rescue gel. And she's like, oh my God, this is the best stuff ever. So I'm sitting here thinking all of them are the same. They all get these shin splints and everything like that. So even if I go get 2 or 3 rollers of rescue gel and just take them with me as samples, as testers, and like, okay, got the shin splints, got the Charlie horses, here, rub it on, got sore muscles, try.
Mhm.
On the stinky ball equipment too.
Right, even to spray, right, exactly.
Yeah. And Denise, you probably got good contacts with your pups.
I don't know. I haven't really tried that avenue. Most of the people, well, a lot of the people are either already part of my VIP group that I sell to, or I don't know. I guess maybe I'm not a salesperson enough to say, hey, you know, like I just sold you a dog, but are you interested in Norwex? You know, I've thought about it, but I haven't done it.
So here's a thought, because I know sometimes when you buy puppies, you get a puppy package.
I was just gonna say that because we just got our puppy and we got a puppy package. And so putting in one of the samples for the odor eliminator and stuff, that kind of thing would be or stain remover, the little sample ones, that would be amazing because it works like a charm. Our little one's had a couple of accidents. She's only 15 weeks. And honestly, that product works like a hot darn.
Yeah.
And that would probably, you know, like I never thought about those. I was thinking more of the EnviroClaws and whatnot. But yeah, no, I can see that. And yes, I do a puppy package. I just, you know, like I never thought about that. That would be a good idea though.
Yeah. And you know, every opportunity I have to give somebody a catalog, I do too. And I always hope that they pass it on to somebody else. You know, I hope it doesn't end up in the trash. But no, that's good.
Right.
That's great ideas. The 2 things I wanted to touch on quickly, and unfortunately, you know, I really want to try and keep these to 30 minutes because I think everybody's busy. And I think, you know, I think the conversation we've had today is really good because it's kind of given everybody some ideas of how
Exactly.
not sell Norwex, but how you can share Norwex.
Right.
Right.
So the one thing I wanted to talk about, because I'm just getting ready to start a fundraiser here, and I've done lotteries in the past with Norwex, and they've been quite successful, but I've seen some gals really struggle with them. So I just wanted to show you, I'm going to share my screen, hopefully. And I want
Come on, Loralie, you can do it.
Is it there?
Not yet.
Not yet?
No. There you go.
Is it there now?
It's coming.
Okay.
It's coming.
There you go.
So what I did is I went into resources and then down to Canadian resources and Canadian fundraisers.
I've been there, not recently, but I have been there.
Well, and I've never really been in resources. I tend to go right to the resource.
Oh, okay.
And here's all the information on how to do a fundraiser. So there's the pamphlet, there's the master order form, the information from the organization, participants order form. And that's really all you need. The consultant document and the fundraiser letter are kind of just information. But I'm doing it for a local group who's doing some fundraising to build a playground at a play school. And I think there's 45 kids in the play school. And they've got 30 days to do it. You get an EnviroCloth and a window cloth for $30, which is a great deal. And then they get little prizes. So I think if you sell one set, you get either a water bottle, there's an adult prize or a child prize. You get a water bottle or you get a Frisbee. So very similar to fundraisers that I've seen my kids doing in the past, you know, with Jump Rope for Heart or chocolate bars or things
Right.
like that. You know, you kind of get a prize. So anyways, I think that's a great option for introducing Norwex to people. I also did up another spreadsheet for them. They get the spreadsheet for the set, but then I also did up another spreadsheet that they could do catalog orders. And I told them that I would give them 5%, or for every catalog order, I would give 5% back to the group. So
Oh, nice.
if the EnviroWand is what, $36, I would sell it to them for $36, so they'd save the tax, plus I donate 5% back to the group. So I'm still making money, but you know, I'm still getting the word out there, and I gave them a bunch of catalogs and my link and all that. And I think it'll be pretty successful. They're pretty excited about it. And I did do a try me bucket as well, that I gave to the organizer, and I told her to, you know, pass it around, let everybody have it for a couple days, and you know, try it, get the
Okay. Yeah.
So this is where I always get confused, Loralie, is that when you say that you're going to give 5% back,
yeah.
then do they just pay for it upfront and then you just e-transfer them the difference, or how are you doing it?
I'm going to, so they're going to pay me, they're going to buy the EnviroWand for $36. And they're
Okay,
going to give me their orders because I've given them this spreadsheet.
okay,
They can either pay me by cash, check, or e-transfer.
okay, and then you're just going to order it under your consultant name.
You
Okay,
bet. Yeah. So I started up a party for them. And then, so then I take all the 45 forms and I'll total them all up. And if it's $1,000 in sales, then I'll give them
5% of that.
dollars. Calculator.
Big spender.
So that was one thing that I kind of, I thought was new for me. And I thought we've got a lot of young gals on the group. And I think, you know, they're always coming up with ideas for fundraisers. And I'd never heard of a Norwex one before. So I think it's a great deal. I've done them for the school in Eston too, just with catalog sales. And that one went pretty well. So this is kind of the third one, but this is my first following Norwex template.
Okay, well, you're gonna have to let us know how that goes, because I do have a lot of groups that I could approach with these fundraisers. I know Denise also sells Watkins.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And if you can send me your link again, because I love Watkins, but I do Epicure as well. And yeah, this is one of the better fundraisers here. I really like Norwex.
Well, and
Yes.
I think too, you know, it's, you take 10 friends and those 10 friends have 10 friends, and then all of a sudden you have 100 friends, you know.
Yeah.
So when you ask, I mean, there's a lot of people that I do parties for that I've never met before. And this was one of the reasons I wanted to get to know people. But, you know, it's just that, you know, if you provide good service, and I think by me driving into Kelowna, finding this lady, taking my mops in, you know, you just think if you do have the time to go above and beyond and give good customer service, then you win those customers.
I think my biggest thing, honestly, Loralie, is getting out of that comfort zone. I even like to do this fundraiser. I get so overwhelmed and so scared that I'm doing the right thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I'm more than welcome to, you can always give me a holler. You can, I can definitely share that Excel sheet with you if that, you know, if you want to do the catalog aspect of it.
Because I know there's lots of groups, like especially like cadets and all those, and the dance groups, like little dance studios and stuff like that. They're always trying to look for little fundraisers, right? Things that aren't going to cost an arm and a leg.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you're right, $30, and you never have to buy cleaning supplies or paper towel again. It's
exactly. No, that's awesome.
And the other thing I did too is I did up a little video, about a 10-minute video with the butter. So I did the video in YouTube, so that I could share that link, and then it kind of showed them, because they need to know what they're selling too, right?
Right. No, exactly. Exactly.
So yeah, I'm welcome to share any of that information. The other thing I wanted to talk about quick, because we're running out of time, is markets. And I have told people that when you do a market, you have to sell Norwex at catalog price, and I was wrong. You can offer any kind of discount you want at a market. So I wanted to make sure that everybody knew that. If you want to give 25% off, free shipping, free tax, whatever you want to do, you can do that. You can offer prizes at the end, because I think markets are a great way to get customers as well. Just where I am, the markets are, well, you just can't get into them. The only way I could get into a market is if I started my own.
And
Yeah.
I keep getting invited to them. And I just don't take them up on it because one, I don't have a lot of personal stock to stock up on. And two, I get so nervous and worked up.
Yeah, probably the more you do them though, because you've done one.
I did one, yeah, and I was profitable. I walked out with like over $500.
Mm-hmm.
So it was good. It's just a matter of getting the knowledge and the big thing is to get the stock too, right? Start getting your stock built up.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've kind of been doing that, especially when I needed a little bit extra to bump sales for the month or something.
Right.
Like the liquid laundry detergent, when it was on sale, I picked up, 4 or 5 extra ones, just anticipating market sales. But I just have to find the time. I know there was one here last weekend and I did get an invite to it, but I didn't have time, so I passed on it. But I am hoping that sometimes this summer, I definitely get into a few.
Your
Yeah,
family
no, exactly.
is large right now.
What's that?
I said your family's a little large right now, but we can hear them in the background too.
Oh, yes.
What kind of
Yeah,
puppies do
they're
you
not sure
have?
about this. How many puppies? I still have 7 and 6. So I have 13 that are 5 weeks old.
And what kind?
They're healers.
Oh, nice.
I have red healers and blue healers right now.
Oh, right
Yeah.
on.
And they're absolutely adorable.
Oh, yes, they are. And this is a really cute age. In the next week, they change so drastically and they get old. Right now, they're good. Unfortunately, it's still too cold to put them outside in the puppy house. And so they're still in my house. And we're having discussions over this one. But
And there's Charlene and Charlotte. You're there too.
Hi, sorry.
No problem. I'm worried we're going to run out of time because with free Zoom, I think we only get 40 minutes. But
Right.
go ahead and introduce yourself so that everybody knows who you are and why you're here.
Oh, well, I don't know. I'm here because you told me to come.
there you go. Good answer.
Awesome, Loralie.
Sorry, my glasses are all fogged up. I ran in the door. Hi, girls. I'm Shar Stukings. Loralie and I went to school together, and
In the 90s.
yeah.
So are you from Eston then?
Yes, I am.
Well, hello. I'm from Leader, so.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Oh, my husband's been driving there every day for the last 3 weeks.
Oh, Riff. There you go. See?
And Charlotte's on. Let's get Charlotte on here quick, just in case are we just going to get thrown off, Shauna?
No, I don't think so. I think they just can't, but I think you can reconnect. I don't know if you need a new link or not. We'll have to look into that.
Okay. Well, Charlotte, thank you for joining us. How are you doing tonight?
Unmute, Charlotte. The other thing, girls, the markets you were invited to, were they live in-person markets or were they online ones?
Live.
They were
Okay.
live. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's my thing. I've done 2 markets, and that's my huge suggestion to all of you is everybody wants to take the product home, even though they can have it in like 5 days with shipping so easily. They want to just actually take it home with them. So if you're going to do lives, get your stock going.
Yeah, exactly.
And I agree. It's a big thing when you can sell somebody a cloth or a mop or whatever, and they can just, they pay it and they take it. And yes, I agree. Yes, they can order it, but there's something there when they can take it right away.
Well, they see it and they get so excited about it when they can hold it in their hands right away. It's when they go home and then they sit back and they have those second guesses. Oh no, what did I do?
And Charlotte, I don't know if you heard me say or not, but you can offer discounts at your markets with Norwex.
Sorry, run that again.
Offer discounts on your Norwex.
Yes.
You knew that.
I do it all the time.
Good.
Yeah, I do it all the time. Even with I bet you 5 or 6 online markets a year.
Mhm.
And I do that all the time, even with my online ones.
Good.
So
Charlotte,
how are you doing online ones, Charlotte?
How am I doing them?
Yeah.
I started by doing one. I'm gonna do one here right after Easter, like the Wednesday. Starts next Wednesday to Sunday, and it's called, I'll send you guys a link. It's Spring into, what the heck's it called?
Yeah,
Shop
Send
the
a link,
Spring
that would be
Market, that's what
awesome.
it's called. Yeah, it's called Shop the Spring Market, but I do one I admin one in the spring and one in the fall. And
Awesome.
I probably have 12 to 14 other vendors with me.
Oh, right on. Okay.
And add-
Oh, yeah. And
add
I'm
different-
actually, we just finished one. I just did one last week with another group, and like it's from people from all over. Like this last group, there was 10 of us. 2 of them were from BC, 4 of them were from Alberta. 2 of them were from Northern Alberta, and then 2 of us were from Saskatchewan.
Oh,
All
nice.
different. Yeah, so it's kind of,
And is it
it's
all
kinda-
Norwex or is it just different companies?
yeah, different companies. People make their own stuff.
Okay.
Like
So like
one
what,
lady made her own jewelry. One lady had wool. They have a bunch of lambs and sheep and stuff, so she made her own wool stuff. There was Arbonne, there's Tiber
Awesome.
River, like
So-
just, yeah.
like what you did, Loralie, then? Like your spring fling? Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, same thing. It's easy to do.
Charlotte, can you hear us? She must be having trouble. I think she's outside. Hi, Charlotte. There she is. Yeah, must be something with their audio. Yeah, I find those markets are really helpful. You know, just kind of get your name out there. And I've done a few with all Norwex people, and then I've done a few, you know, of course, with yourself, Shauna, and with Charlotte, and with Denise, you know, just with other things that you sell as well. So
Yeah.
it's nice. If nothing else, we're all of like mind and like goals, right? So, you know,
Mhm.
kind of girl power, right?
Exactly. So,
Good. Okay. Well, I want to try and stay within about the half hour. Charlotte, thank you so much for joining in. And I think what I'd like to do is try and do the first Tuesday of every month for about a half hour. So I'll send out an invite a little sooner than that, but I thought if we could do it about a half an hour, just kind of on that same schedule, join in if you can, you know, listen to the record if you can. Shauna, you'll show me how to get that recording and put it on. And if anybody's got any suggestions about what I should talk about next time or what we should talk about, then I think that would be fantastic.
awesome. It was nice meeting you guys.
Yes, you
nice
too.
meeting you
Sorry I
all
was
too.
late.
It's too bad you couldn't hear Charlotte because she's a lovely lady, but we'll get her next time.
Oh,
We'll get her next time.
There she
There she is.
There she is. She'll figure it out.
Hi, Charlene.
Charlotte,
Hi,
just
Charlotte.
outside, eh?
Yeah, I'm used to Zoom, but this is different. And then it kept saying from your computer. Well, I'm not on the computer. Kept clicking the button and it just wouldn't. So now I got sounds and now it's over. So long for
You did good.
I'll be to see.
Well,
Oh,
I'm
good.
glad you joined in. It was nice to see. Of course, you know
Yeah.
Charlene. And Shauna, Denise, you want to do a quick intro for Charlotte?
Me?
Sure.
Shauna.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear
Oh,
what you
well, I
said.
haven't met you, but thank you very much for my order, Denise.
Oh, yes, you would know Denise because of Watkins. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Right,
just
okay,
I've never met
yes.
her, but that's really nice. Yep.
Yeah, that's right. We were
And Shauna,
connecting over that. Right on. Yes.
Hi,
Perfect.
Charlotte.
Well, Shauna and I were talking about, you know, what
Excellent.
we'll do at the beginning of each month is we'll talk about the new products. And if anybody has anything like this month, you know, probably a lot of us have, you know, the different items are on there and we can kind of ask questions. And if anybody's got something specific they want to talk about, we can do that for sure.
And by then your fundraiser will be over too. So then you can give us key points, what were good, what was good, what
Yes.
wasn't.
It won't be. It won't be till probably May because it's a full 30 days. It might
okay.
be, but I'll be able to give you an idea of how it's going anyways.
Good. Okay.
Yeah. Awesome.
Sounds good.
Thank you so
Thanks,
much for
ladies.
tuning in, and thanks everybody for watching the replay. Have a good night.
Bye.
Okay.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.